Okay, students. Now we start with a new topic, kinematics students. Now this is one of the important topics in physics we consider. But I don't know about it. I must have told you earlier also. Whatever you're learning right now in kinematics students, almost, I'm telling you very, very clearly, students, almost 50% of it you'll have done it in class 9th. Whether you are a student of ICSE, IGCSE, yeah, you are from NCERT, CBSE. Everybody, yeah, SSE. Everybody have done this kinematics in class 9. So please, students, if you want to make again this chapter much more strong enough with it, try to go through. Today we are starting off with it. We are beginning with this particular chapter. Not much will be done in that case. Today is Saturday. Take out some time, sit with it. Tomorrow Sunday, go for your 9th standard books now. उसके अंदर try to go for it. Try to solve problems from there. Unsolved problem solve करो. अगर तुम if you try to go for your concise physics of class 9 ICC students, motion in straight line, so many problems that you can do that. Try to get that. See how much you'll be understanding this chapter. The students will be going with respect to this chapter kinematics. Now to go ahead with kinematics students, what exactly, anybody can tell me what exactly mean by the term kinematics students in your field?
So it deals with motion.
Deals with motion. Pathway says motion plus maths. Pathway says motion of an object plus maths. Maths भी involved
Yeah,
होता है.
sir, because kinematics is kinematics comes from motion and matics is for maths.
Absolutely correct. Absolutely. The maths associated with motion. क्या बात है? That's absolutely correct. We consider. Okay. So she's trying to break up this particular word in that case. Okay. Somebody else was also answering. Kinematics. What is it? Study of motion.
Sir,
Somebody.
Sir,
Yeah. Can you tell?
Sir, it is the motion without actually knowing what is the cause.
Okay. Study of kinematics speaks about motion of a body without knowing the cause for its motion. Absolutely correct, Sneha. And it deals with the terms associated with it. Now, if you consider kinematics, that is motion of a body, okay, or an object. Okay. Without knowing cause for its motion. That means we are trying to understand only motion, but not considering the cause for its motion, students. Now, a simple example I'll consider is अगर किसी object को move करना है, students. If I want to move any object, students, I have to apply force. So if in case there is an object over here, and if I apply force to that particular body, what happens? The body will be set into motion. So what is the cause for the body to move? So if I can say cause for the body to move, cause for the body to be in motion will be what? External applied force. That, students, is called as what? If I speak about cause for its motion, then certainly that I'll consider as force.
Force.
Which force? It's an external, unbalanced force. ये है, हम इसके बारे में नहीं पढ़ने वाले हैं स्टूडेंट्स. पूरा चैप्टर काइनेमैटिक्स अभी तुम करोगे ना स्टूडेंट्स, लिसन केयरफुली. कहां पे भी we will not use the concept related to force over there. But then too also we'll see that the body is in motions, because we're not speaking about force at all. We're not going to speak about the external cause for its motion. Agar suppose if I speak about cause for its motion, then students, that will not be kinematics. Can anybody tell me what is the term used for that? Motion of a body, knowing the cause for its motion. What will be that term?
Dynamics.
Dynamics.
Very good. What is dynamics? So dynamics, students, is a branch of physics. Dynamics is a branch of physics that deals with motion of a body, knowing the cause for its motion. Kinematics is motion of a body or an object without knowing the cause for its motion. And what exactly the cause for its motion we consider? Simply external unbalanced force. हम इसके बारे में नहीं करने वाले. We are trying to simply go for motion of a body we consider. Now, to go ahead with motion, first of all, if I ask you, can anybody tell me what are the different types of motion? Anybody?
So straight line motion.
Yes. Anybody can tell me what are the different types of motion?
So straight line, circular,
Okay, straight line.
rotational.
Then
Rotational,
rotational. Somebody said parabola,
vibrational,
circular, vibrational. See, all I'm getting, all answers I'm getting it. Then. So see, types of motion when we speak about it, students, what exactly go for? Linear, curvilinear, or so-called as translational. Oscillatory, or I can consider vibrational. Circular, rotational, rolling, projectile. Then any other motion? Linear motion, curvilinear, translational motion, oscillatory or vibrational motion, circular motion, rotational motion, rolling motion, projectile motion. Random motion. See, there might be some others, but these are the basics one which you consider. In different types of motion, students. यानी अगर कोई body along a straight line है, that means either if I make a body to move either along x-axis or along y-axis or along z-axis, what is that we call? This is linear motion, students. Such a motion is called as one-dimensional motion, students. One-dimensional motion. So motion of a body either along x or along y or along z, students, is called as one-dimensional motion we consider. Any object when set into motion along a straight path we consider. So that is called as one-directional motion. And now if I happen to go for this directional motion, students, certainly we can speak about the vectors, because that's why vectors is done first. Actually speaking, when students try to look into the chapters, into the boards books or the reference books or whatever it is, most of the chapters of basic maths are not given in the textbooks. But when you try to go for good reference books, they give you basic maths first. They try to go for the vectors part of it, and then they build up this kind of chapters, because यहाँ पे तुम्हें वो चाहिए. Vectors तुम्हारा एक base तैयार कर चुका है यहाँ पे इस chapter को absorb करने के लिए. नहीं तो you were totally lost. If vectors was not done to you, if you didn't know dot product, if you didn't know cross product, if you didn't know how to go about with vectors addition we consider, okay, then you will not be able to get it. You will not be able to get it. So now when I consider in this case, types of motion are linear. Linear motion happens motion of a body along a straight line. It can be either along x-axis or y-axis or z-axis. This is called as linear or rectilinear motion we consider. This is also called as one-dimensional motion. One-dimensional motion. And students, the mathematical relations. See what part we put forward. The mathematical relations. This, listen carefully. Huh? The mathematical relations for a body to move along one-dimensional, okay, for a body to be in motion, the mathematical relations for a body to be in motion along one dimensions are V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. Students, have you learned this earlier?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
कौन से हैं? ये सारे कौन से इक्वेशंस है? अगर तुम इसको ध्यान से, अगर तुम अपने 9th स्टैंडर्ड की टेक्स्ट बुक खोल के बैठोगे ना स्टूडेंट्स, तो ये सारे डेरिवेशंस के लिए क्या लिखा हुआ है? व्हाट इज द स्टेटमेंट रिटन ओवर देयर?
Kinematic equation.
Yes, derive the three linear kinematic equations. Derive the three linear kinematic equations for a body moving with uniform acceleration. Moving with uniform acceleration. जब भी तुम ये concept को समझोगे, then you'll come to know, yes, these are all the equations for a body moving along a straight line. I'm going to come to this also. I'm going to come to this also later on. But for the time being, linear motion का मतलब motion along a straight line, one-dimensional motion we consider. Now, when I speak about curvilinear or translational, Best example if I consider motion of train on rails. Suppose if you see a railway track, at times they are curved, at times they are straight. Or a car moving on a road, This is a railway track we consider. Again, so what kind of motion we consider? Translational motion. Motion either at times along an arc or along a straight path. Yes, this is translational motion we consider, curvilinear motion we consider. The next we have it as oscillatory or vibration we consider. Vibration, that means are about its own axis or about its mean position we consider. The best example of vibrational motion we consider is what? Atoms vibrating about its mean position. अगर मैं solids लेता हूँ students, how are the atoms in solids? So in solids, the atoms are closely and compactly placed. So are they moving? Yes, they are in motion,
Yes.
students. But they're moving what? They're moving about the mean position. They're moving about the, because the atomic plane separation is very small. That is vibrational. Oscillatory motions का मतलब क्या है? If I go for the oscillatory motion of a bob of a simple pendulum. If I take a bob of a simple pendulum, students, what happens? This bob oscillates. If I say oscillation, means can I say the bob is moving at the extreme position? The bob is moving at the extreme position. Let us say this is mean position. This is extreme position. Again, it comes back to me. That means the bob is having oscillating motion. Theta is the angle with the vertical. So this to and from motion, students. To and from motion of a bob of a pendulum and retraces its path. And it retraces its path in a fixed interval of time is called oscillatory or vibrational motion, students. यानी जब भी oscillatory or vibrational motion आया तो तुरंत तुम्हारे दिमाग में आना चाहिए bob of a simple pendulum, students. Now, if you let us go to this only, just look at this. I'm throwing a question to you all from vectors. I'm throwing a question to you all with respect to vectors. Listen carefully, all the students who are within the meeting, around 25. I don't know why is it so that 4 or 5 students are still not. Listen carefully. Think that I've given you a simple pendulum and the bob of the simple pendulum, student, is at a particular instantaneous position at extreme. At extreme, the bob is at extreme. In order to make the bob to come back to its mean position, students, which force should be resolved? Which force should be resolved?
The weight, the gravity.
Weight.
See, how many students knew it? How many students knew it? Raise your hands. Raise your hands, those who knew it. And those who answer right now. Sneha, Swani, Pathvi, Kyati. See, this is what is, when I ask this particular question, और ये सिखा चुका हूँ, इसका डायग्राम मैंने बता दिया है. मैंने क्या पूछा है? कौन सा फोर्स को तुम रिजॉल्व करोगे तो तुरंत तुम्हारे दिमाग में आने चाहिए. सर, बॉब एक्सट्रीम पे है, स्ट्रिंग बांधा हुआ है, ये गया आपका टेंशन, क्योंकि टेंशन फोर्स तो होगा. ये बॉब का वेट नीचे की तरफ जा रहा है. लेकिन आपने बोला कि बॉब को अपनी जगह पे लेके आना है, तो अगर अपने जगह पे लेके आना है तो सर मैं टेंशन को रिजॉल्व नहीं करूंगा, मैं तो mg को रिजॉल्व करूंगा, क्योंकि ये mg के दो कंपोनेंट्स हो जाएंगे. अगर ये एंगल थीटा है, तो कैन आई से दिस एंगल इज आल्सो थीटा, corresponding angles, these are two lines parallel.
Yes,
So
sir.
resolving mg, this becomes mg
mg
cos
cos theta.
mg cos theta.
mg
and
sin
sin
theta.
theta.
Means now if I ask you which force will try to make the bob to come back to its main position, what's your answer?
mg
mg
sin
sin
mg
theta.
sin theta.
And I call this as my restoring force.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now suppose if I ask you, listen carefully, what is the question that can be thrown? That which force for a bob at extreme position you will try to resolve it in order to restore the bob back to its mean position. So you're going to resolve mg and not p. What kind of motion this we consider? This we consider is what kind of motion? It's an oscillatory or vibration motion, to and from motion about its mean position and retraces its paths in a fixed interval of time. Circular motion, then circular motion is what? Simple said. So circular motion ka matlab motion of a body in an xy plane. Suppose if I happen to go for xy plane, I can take this as x complement, y complement. This is the origin. Consider for a car, suppose if I say it's moving on a circular track. Or an athlete running, there are athletes who are running 4x100 meter race on a circular track. We consider what kind of motion is that? Circular motion. That means circular motion, is it one-dimensional motion, students? क्या बोलोगे? Circular motion को क्या बोलोगे? Is it one-dimensional motion or do you see x and y axis?
2-dimensional.
Two-dimensional.
ये ध्यान में रखना, circular motion is always two-dimensional motion we consider, exactly identical to that of projectile motion. Yani circular motion is two-dimensional motion since it's two-dimensional, students. Circular motion is two-dimensional motion. That's why one can say the motion can be in an XY plane, it can be along YZ plane, or it can be along ZX plane. Please students, ये सब कुछ ध्यान से, ये सारी चीजें, बहुत सारी चीजें मॉड्यूल में नहीं होगी, लेकिन this is how you begin with a chapter to get your chapter more clear and correct. So now if I say this is circular motion, we consider different planes. वही चीज को मैं डायरेक्टली में जंप करता हूँ प्रोजेक्टाइल के लिए. Now before going for circular motion, चलो, before going for projectile, listen carefully everybody. Now suppose if I say, listen carefully. A person is running a 400-meter race, okay, and that particular person is at a particular instant at point P. That particular person is at a particular instant at point P. Can I consider this as my position vector?
Yes,
Can
sir.
I call this as my position vector? Now, if I want to show the position of vector, position of that particular person, how do I represent the position vector? Anybody? How do I
X
represent?
I cap plus
X I
Y
cap
J
plus
cap.
Y J cap.
See. There are a few students who are instantly throwing the answers. Please, I wanted the answers from the rest of the students also. 26 is a strength now. Please students, ये सब कुछ तुम लोगों ने सीखा हुआ है, और जो तुमने सीखा हुआ स्टूडेंट्स वही पूछ रहा, और वो आगे काम में आएगा. उस टाइम पे दैट टाइम यू डोंट से कि आई एम नॉट एबल टू गेट इट. यानी अगर ये बंदा भाग रहा है तो एट अ पर्टिकुलर, देखो ये इसका आर्क फॉर्म है, ये आर्क फॉर्म है. At a particular instant, the body is over here. This is O, this is point P, I consider. Now, if I want to speak about it, what exactly, sir? I'll try to go for the coordinates. See, ये इसका x coordinate, इसका y coordinate, तो इसका x coordinate, xi, yj. Is this clear? That becomes my position vector. तो position vector को कैसे लिखोगे? xi cap plus yj cap. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, likewise, I told you one more motion will be two-dimensional. Look over here, projectile. Projectile के example क्या होगा, students? If I want to go for projectile, I give you an example in that case also. Listen carefully. Think as if this is a football ground. Okay, this is a football ground, and this is a ball. Okay, a boy hits the ball, and the ball goes into the air and it hits onto the ground. So can I say this is the ball का direction इस तरफ था? See the path. See the path. Can I say the path is parabolic?
Yes, sir.
Not parabolic. So is this ball moving? Is the ball moving in a horizontal vertical plane? Yes. This is horizontal plane. अगर ये मैं बता दूंगा तो ये vertical plane हो जाएगा. यानी ये तुम करो भी, ध्यान से सुनना. एक मिरर ऐसे रखो, ध्यान से सुनना. एक मिरर ऐसे रखो और एक मिरर ऐसे रखो. दो मिरर्स को रखो और एक बॉडी को यहाँ पे लॉन्च कराओ. You will come to know about it that it's going vertical also. If you see this mirror, that shows that the body is moving up and down. Hello. और तुम इस मिरर को देखो ना तो तुम्हें लगेगा body moving it's horizontally. Yani the body is set to move in two planes. Which planes? XY plane. So now if students, somebody asks you, is projectile one-dimensional motion, two-dimensional motion, or three-dimensional? Your answer for this is
Two-dimensional.
motion. Another example of projectile. This is one example I gave you for football. A bullet fired from a gun. Now listen carefully. You have a gun. Okay, suppose you have a gun which actually is used, a simple kind of a gun which tries to hit the balloons. जो balloon वाला air guns. Okay, so जैसे तुमने उसको strike किया तो bullet बाहर निकलेगी. लेकिन वो bullet initially it goes with a very high velocity. Why? Because it has initial high kinetic energy. लेकिन जैसे जैसे वो bullet आगे जाएगी, can I say air will try to oppose its motion?
Yes, sir.
तो एक फ्रिक्शन तो क्रिएट हुआ, वो उसको अपोज कर रहा है, ऊपर से उसका वेट नीचे की तरफ एक्ट हो रहा है. एग्रीड? यानी एक उसको अपोजिंग फोर्स फ्रिक्शन दे रहा है, वेट एक्ट हो रहा है. Are you getting it? So what's going to happen? Bullet will not go horizontal further. After a certain instant, the bullet will move parabolic downwards. The bullet will move parabolic downwards. So motion of a bullet is also what? Parabolic. That is projectile motion. Example one more, same bullet example. Look, if I make you to stand on a building, मैंने बिल्डिंग पे तुम्हें टेरेस पे खड़ा कर दिया और फिर तुम्हारे हाथ में मैंने बॉल दे दिया, and then I tell you, students, throw the ball horizontally. You threw the ball horizontally, but will that ball will go on moving horizontally with the same speed? No.
No,
No.
sir.
जैसे आगे जाएगा तो उसकी स्पीड कम होगी क्योंकि फ्रिक्शन एक्ट हो रहा है, उसका वेट एक्ट हो रहा है. So the ball will go horizontal, then will land parabolic. That is what kind of motion? It's a motion in 2 dimensions, students. So when you speak about types of motion, students, types of motion is linear, that is 1-dimensional motion. Curvilinear or translational, we consider, can be along a straight path or along a curved path. Oscillator vibrational is motion of a bob of a simple pendulum about its mean position, we consider. Circular motion is also a 2-dimensional motion. It can be either in an XY plane or YZ plane or ZX plane. If I want to speak about the position of a particle at any instant in circular motion, then simply you can go for the coordinate axis. Speak about the coordinates we consider. Projectile motion is also 2-dimensional motion we consider. Rotation, everybody knows it, a spinning top. Bhavara, best example,
Yes, sir.
rotational motion, everybody knows it. Why? The earth is rotating about its own axis. The earth is rotating about its own axis. What kind of motion does we call? Rotational motion. It's rotating about its own axis. Students, can you tell me what is the motion of the earth? Does the earth rotate from west to east or east to west?
East to west.
Sanjana, what is right and screw rule?
So west to east.
Now, what is right and screw rule, Sanjana? Sanjana, you answered now.
Yes, sir.
एक ऐसा ना ऐसा अंदर आके ना ऐसा एक ऐसा पंच देना चाहिए. संजना, अर्थ रोटेट कर रहा है तो we used क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट के अंदर vectors in anti-clockwise direction. When I consider in that case, so the cross products was positive,
Yes.
anti-clockwise, and clockwise was negative. So that time, what did I tell you? ये sign conventions कहाँ से हम लोग ने लिया था? That is a belief, and I made you understand during that time only. Why students we go for cross product of 2 vectors in anti-clockwise or counterclockwise as positive and clockwise as negative. So in that time I gave you this as an example. I asked you all, students, earth rotate in what direction? If I give you a globe, think if I give you a globe, suppose if you have a showpiece at your home, you have a study desk और वहाँ पे एक showpiece लगा हुआ है, okay, तुम्हारा globe का, तो ऊपर north है, suppose अगर मैंने यहाँ पे north दे दिया, look over here, please look at it, think as if this part is north, okay, this part is north, this is south, so this will be west and east. So now my question to you is, अगर earth rotate होता है तो does it move from east to west or west to east? It rotates from west to east.
West to east.
West to east.
When I hold the globe, the rotation of the earth is from west to east. Where is my thumb pointing? Upwards.
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 That means all my axial vectors will be along positive z-axis. Didn't we learn axial vectors also? Yes,
sir.
all those vectors which are along the axis. Can you give me example of axial vectors? Chalo, give me 5 examples of axial vectors. Fast.
Angular velocity,
Angular velocity, angular
momentum,
distance,
Angular momentum.
Very fine. Hats off to you all. Okay, see the rest of the students. See, बाकी सारे students अगर नहीं answer दे रहे हैं, somewhere it's a sign to worry. It's not like that, students कि they know it. They have put in efforts behind it. उनको actual vectors पहले नहीं मालूम था, लेकिन अभी करने के बाद में they are consistently they're revising it. So those students who feel like that physics is tough, it's not. It's not tough at all. It's you who have to work onto this. Okay, Vidhi, you're without mic, so I'll make you to go out, please. No. No mic. But I don't know, the students have just entered inside, it seems like that. Chanani, can you hear me, Chanani? Chanani, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I couldn't get your this thing video and this. Can you hear me properly? Is
Yes,
audio and
sir.
video fine? Is audio and video fine with you?
Yeah, the audio is proper.
And what about video? Are you watching it or not?
Yes, I'm watching it.
Okay, fine. Okay, students, let's come back. Let's come back. So I was speaking about students that when I was speaking about with respect to your what I was speaking about, yes, the Earth rotates in an anti-clockwise direction. Axial vectors are those vectors which are along the axis. And students, give an example: angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration, angular momentum, moment of force, torque. Now listen carefully, students. Can you give me the formula for angular velocity and its unit? Anybody? One who's smart and wise. Come on. Formula for
angular velocity.
velocity. Yes. Yes, Swani. Answer. You raise your hand. Swani, answer.
The angular velocity is the ratio of the length of arc upon the radius.
Angular velocity पूछा मैंने, angular displacement नहीं पूछा मैंने. Omega पूछा, omega. Okay, somebody else. Yes, Nia. Answer.
Sir, angular velocity omega would be d theta divided by dt, and its unit is radians per second.
Very good. आता उसी पे आता हूँ. मेरे को ये सिर्फ कंप्लीट करने दो, उसी पे आता हूँ मैं. क्योंकि ये भी चीज मैंने लास्ट लेक्चर में बताई थी स्टूडेंट्स. ये भी चीज मैंने बताई थी, उनके यूनिट्स में दिए थे. तो ये सब क्या है, वो सारे एंगुलर टर्म्स है. तो जब भी हम रोटेशनल के बारे में बात करेंगे स्टूडेंट, रोटेशन मोशन, सो द बॉडी इज रोटेटिंग अबाउट its own axis, the thumb is pointing upwards, students. Again, so this is a rotational motion. Can you tell me what is rolling motion? What is rolling motion, students? Anyone? Rolling motion, anybody? Yes. A simple example. अब मुझे बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, अगर कार रोड पे चल रही है, everybody be with me. If the car is traveling, suppose if I say car is in motion, a car is in motion on road. A car is in motion on road. Students, my question to you all is, what kind of motion the tires are having? Is it rotational?
Rolling.
That is what. Is it rotational or translational or both?
So both rotational and translation.
Yes. यानी अभी तुम ध्यान में रखना स्टूडेंट्स, अगर किसी ने पूछा रोलिंग का मतलब क्या, तो स्टूडेंट्स रोलिंग इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ rotational as well as translational. So students, rotational plus translational together is called rolling motion. कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट रोल होता है और आगे भी जा रहा है, ऑब्जेक्ट रोल भी हो रहा है, दैट मींस रोटेट भी हो रहा है और आगे भी जा रहा है. So what is that we call rolling motion? Best example is a car moving on a road. The tires have what kind of motion? Rolling motion. Projectile, I already told you, this is two-dimensional motion we consider. Random motion. Have you come across random motion? Have you come across random motion? The gas
Yes.
molecules in an enclosed container.
Gas.
Yes, the gas molecules in an enclosed container. What kind of motion it is? Random. Random का मतलब क्या? They move in any possible direction with different velocities. एक
Any
simple,
direction.
yes, एक simple concept तुम लोगों ने 10th में पढ़ा होगा students. मुझे ये बताओ, अगर मैंने copper wire लिया, everybody be with me, ये सब तुमने पढ़ा हुआ है, इसलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ मैं. Copper wire लिया है और उस copper wire को मैंने बैटरी कनेक्ट ही नहीं किया. And my question to you all students, how are the electrons inside the copper wire? What will be your
So we
answer?
are having random
In the
motion.
random motion.
और ये word
Random
you all have,
motion.
yes, you all have gone through the textbook और वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. Random का मतलब क्या? Electrons are moving in any possible direction with different velocities. Same thing I can try to put forward in this manner. Suppose if you are going for your schools or if you are going for colleges and you are consistently taking certain lectures, 3 lectures at a stretch तुमने लिए है, break हुआ ही नहीं, उसके बाद में तुम्हें 15 minutes का break मिला. So what is going to happen in that 15 minutes break? Can I say all the students will go randomly, any possible direction with different velocities? That is random
Yes,
motion.
sir.
Gas molecules have random motion. Liquid molecules will have Brownian motion. Agreed?
Yes.
So now when I speak about it, what is the motion? Motion of a body or an object without knowing the cause for its motion is called kinematics. As if Parthu said it, it's motion dealing with mathematical equations associated with it. What are those mathematical equations associated with motion of a body along a straight line? Then those are called as kinematic equations. So now if I say types of motion, then it's linear, curvilinear, oscillatory, circular, rotational, rolling, projectile, random. What exactly linear? Motion of a body along a straight line we consider. Okay, either along X or Y or Z we consider. For a body moving with radial form acceleration, these are your three equations of motion. V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to ET plus half AT square, V square is equal to E square plus 2S. Oscillating motion, motion of a bob, of a simple pendulum. Which force will try to restore the bob to its mean position? Mg sine theta.
Mg.
Circular motion is a two-dimensional motion. How do you find out the position of a particle? Simply going for the coordinate axis we consider. Rotational motion about its own axis. Anti-clockwise, all my axial vectors will be positive. Clockwise, my axial vectors will be negative. जब भी तुम rotation करो तो ये तुरंत तुम्हारा हाथ जाना और ये right hand है. This is right hand rule. Do keep in mind. Rolling motion, students, it's rotational plus translational. Projectile motion we consider as motion in an XY plane, two-dimensional. The path is parabolic. So circular and projectile both are two-dimensional motion. Random, any possible direction with different velocities. Is this much clear with everyone?
Yes.
So
Yes,
can
sir.
you please again tell the difference between linear and translational motion?
Linear is always body along a straight path. Always along the straight path. Curvilinear, that means it can move slightly along an arc or can move straight also simultaneously. That means motion of train on rails, a motion of car on road. जरूरी नहीं है कि कार सीधी जाएगी. At times it try to go for a curved slight arc and then move straight, and then again that is translational motion we consider. But rectilinear or linear is purely one-dimensional motion we consider. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And do keep in mind, when they ask you what is dynamics, then what is the answer will be? Motion of a body or object, knowing the cause. Knowing the cause. That is dynamics. Okay. What is the cause? External unbalanced force. What is the cause? External unbalanced
force.
Okay, friends, can I hear you? Yeah.
So can you give one more example for projectile motion?
One more example of
Projectile motion.
any object. A simple example I can consider. See, when I speak about your Angry Bird games, you are trying to go for it. Okay, the body is moving in an XY plane. Any object, a cannonball will fire from a cannon. You know what is a cannonball? Top gola. Okay, top gola firing from it. So if in case we see a cannonball, ये पूरा top gola का nozzle है और वहां से गोला है तो गोला कैसे जाता है? It's like that. I getting it? Or a shot put, a person putting a shot put, the path is arc. The motion is along an arc we consider. तो वो projectile हो जाएगा. Agreed? So any object which has a path parabolic we consider. Okay, this is we consider an inverted parabola we consider. Okay, so that is called projectile motion and it's a two-dimensional motion. यहाँ पे सी इसको और अच्छी तरह से अगर तुम्हें बताना तो ध्यान से देखना स्टूडेंट्स. ये देखो फुटबॉल का एग्जांपल देखो प्लीज स्टूडेंट्स. एवरीबॉडी बी विद मी. शी इज आस्किंग स्लाइटली मोर ऑन द प्रोजेक्टाइल. ऑफ कोर्स ये पार्ट है हमारा, आगे जाके ये ज्यादा आ रहा है. अगर प्रोजेक्टाइल को सिंपल वर्ड्स में करना तो तुम ये बोलोगे सर उसका मतलब प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन में पहले बॉल यहाँ पे था, फिर बॉल यहाँ पे आया, फिर बॉल यहाँ पे आएगा, फिर बॉल यहाँ पे आएगा, फिर बॉल ग्राउंड पे जाएगा. यानी सर प्रोजेक्टाइल मोशन के अंदर ये भी हम कह सकते हैं क्या कि पहले उसकी वेलोसिटी कम होते जा रही है. सी इट्स गोइंग अगेंस्ट ग्रेविटी, सो द स्पीड गोज ऑन डिक्रीजिंग, then it becomes horizontal, so speed remains constant. उसमें बाद में क्या हो रहा है? So the ball is coming down, the speed goes on increasing. यानी सर पैराबोलिक पाथ पे does speed changes? Yes, speed changes. सर साथ में डायरेक्शन भी तो चेंज हो रहा है ना? Yes, and direction also changes. What is that we call? Projectile motion. So a motion in which speed as well as direction, that is called velocity of a body, goes on changing, we consider. And the motion is along two-dimensional. Such a motion is called projectile motion. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shall I erase this entirely?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And please, students, do maintain notes. Don't just try to move it anyhow. Written is remembered. Not written, you'll be forgetting everything. Please. So do take care about all these things. Okay. The exams are still going on, students, in your schools or like that.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
They are still going on.
So when
Yes.
exactly exams are getting over?
Sir, ours will get over from 31st.
Okay, just raise your hands. How many students' exams are going on? Just raise the hands. How many students' exams are going on? 5. What about rest? 7. Please hope all of you are able to hear me. How many students' exams are going on and will continue further ahead or will start in the coming week? 9 students. That is all? Okay. And any of them has physics paper completed?
So we have it on our Monday.
Yes, sir. We also have on Monday.
And what exactly the question is?
Unit and dimension and motion in straight line.
Oh, this part only.
Yes,
Sir, we
sir.
have 4 chapters.
Which are they?
Sir, units and dimensions, and then Newton's law of motions, friction, dimensional analysis, and motion in a plane.
Oh my God, which school is this?
Sir, North Point School.
Point.
North Point. North Point is running a race, huh? It's the Kharghar side. It is.
No, sir, Copper Kherne.
Okay, it's running race, running. Agra school.
Sir, it's almost similar to that of NCRT only because error analysis and unit and dimension are taken under one only.
Yeah.
NCRT. So yeah.
Fine. Okay. Okay, students, put your hands down. Okay, students. So this is what we considered. Okay, and your calculus ka exam hua ki nahi hua? Students. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
कैसा था पेपर? मार्क्स मिले कि नहीं मिले? कोई नहीं बोल रहा है.
Sir, we
Huh?
didn't have calculus.
Sir, we do not
exam
have
nahi tha.
calculus.
Then
Vectors.
Sir,
We had vectors.
We
sir.
had vectors, sir.
only vectors. Calculus का हुआ ही नहीं तुम्हारे exams?
No, sir.
no,
No,
sir.
sir.
क्यों?
सर शेड्यूल में नहीं दिया था. सर मेजर टेस्ट में हुआ था कैलकुलस, ऐसे इंडिविजुअल नहीं हुआ था.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, तो मेजर टेस्ट में हुआ तो मेजर टेस्ट में आए क्रैक हो सके थे प्रॉब्लम्स की नहीं?
सर मेजर टेस्ट में सिर्फ
Sir,
डिफरेंशिएशन
major
के 2
test-
क्वेश्चन पूछे थे.
हाँ
Only
sir.
2 questions.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But were you able to solve those 2 questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what about the vectors? Vectors, were you able to crack it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, now suppose if I happen to give you, suppose if I try to give you, let me give you this question. चलो, 2 questions देता हूँ, एक calculus का देता हूँ और एक vectors का देता हूँ, फिर वापस हम आगे बढ़ते हैं. Okay, एक calculus का और एक vectors का.
Okay, sir.
Students, are the questions clear? Both?
Yes.
एक question मैंने ये दिया students. Everybody please listen carefully. Okay, everybody please listen carefully. Chanani has raised hand for this. Chanani? क्या बात है? Sanjana also has raised hand. Okay, my first question is students. Okay, I've given you students, listen carefully. I've given you theta. Theta is the angular displacement of a particle or a body. Angular displacement of a particle of a body rotating about its own axis, and it's given by the equation 5t square minus 2t plus 7 radians. My question to you is find the angular acceleration of a body rotating about its own axis at time t equal to 2 seconds. ये एक question है. Okay. दूसरा, I've given you xy coordinates, vector A, vector B, vector C, vector D, each of magnitude 5 units. Vector A, vector B, 72 degrees. Vector C forms an angle of 72 with negative x-axis. Vector D forms an angle 72 with negative x-axis. I want you to give me answer magnitude of vector A plus vector B plus vector C plus vector D. How many students know how to go about? Sanjana is the one who has raised hand, and both the problems are students, not only one. Dono problem. Both the problems, how many students know it? Come on, Yana, Sparsh, Vidhi, Shona, Sohani, Soumya, at times Prancho, Chilani, Parthi, she's not there. She's there. Anybody who can give me both the answers. These are not only one, both the answers. Can raise hand. Sanjana, you raised hand now initially.
Yes, sir. Should I?
Okay, so you know both the answers.
Yes.
Okay, students. Now it seems shall I tell her to discuss, or you all want anybody who's trying it out who wants some time? Shall I discuss with? Shall I start discussing? Ask her. See, no reaction at all. Sir, पूछ लो ना. Let her answer. Let Sanjana answer. हम लोग ने surrender कर दिया. Yes, Sanjana, carry on. Tell me. पहले वाला कैसे करोगे?
So parallel differentiation करेंगे पहले, मतलब d theta by dt, then again answer d omega by dt.
Absolutely correct. And this is angular displacement. And angular displacement is in radian for a body moving along a circular path. Now suppose, or rotating. Now suppose if I go for angular velocity, then it's differentiating angular displacement with respect to time. So this will be in radian per second. But did I ask you omega? No, I asked you angular acceleration. Instead, angular acceleration is alpha. And alpha is differentiating angular velocity with respect to time, students. That means it is omega को वापस यहाँ पे substitute करो. तो क्या होगा? Second order derivative of displacement with respect to time. तो students ये unit होगा radian second square inverse. मैंने ये पूछा है तुम लोग को. कोई भी स्टूडेंट थोड़ा सा भी वाइज होगा, थोड़ा सा भी उसने डेरिवेटिव्स किया होगा, तो तुरंत इसको कंपेयर करेगा विद लीनियर मोशन. तो सोचो ना, ये इक्वेशन मैंने दिया है 5t स्क्वायर minus 2t plus 7. अब मैंने स्टूडेंट पूछा फाइंड आउट लीनियर वेलोसिटी, तो तुम क्या करोगे? सर डिफरेंशिएटिंग डिस्प्लेसमेंट अपॉन टाइम. स्टूडेंट्स इफ आई आस्क व्हाट इज लीनियर एक्सेलरेशन, तो डिफरेंशिएट वेलोसिटी विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम. ये लीनियर है, ये एंगुलर है, बस वही तो हुआ. स्टूडेंट्स ये क्यों पूछ रहा हूं मैं वापस? क्योंकि अभी हम मोशंस में चले जा रहे हैं. वी आर एंटरिंग इनटू वन डायमेंशन एंड टू डायमेंशनल मोशन. जब टू डायमेंशनल मोशन होगा तो ऐसे टर्म्स आएंगे, टू डायमेंशन में, वन डायमेंशन में ऐसे भी टर्म्स आएंगे. So please during that time don't say how to go about with this. Already these things are done in the first part of the chapter. So please don't lose track of it. Now when I go for it, how do you go about it? Let us solve this. So look over here now. So we first go omega, so differentiating d theta by dt. And ये differentiate पूरा करो. Pi t square minus 2t plus 7.
Plus 7.
pi t. Okay. Now can you say what is differentiating pi t square will be?
10t.
10t.
10t minus 2.
Minus differentiating 2t, 2 is constant to 2 dt by dt.
Minus 2.
Yes. Last term is a constant. Can I differentiate that? No, that will
No,
be
sir.
0. तो ये आंसर क्या होगा? ये ओमेगा का आंसर होगा. इसका यूनिट क्या होगा? रेडियन पर सेकंड. एग्रीड? लेकिन ना इफ आई आस्क यू व्हाट इज अल्फा, तो डी ओमेगा बाय dt. भले टाइम दिया है 2 सेकंड्स, यानी
Will
ये
be 10
अल्फा
ही।
यस आंसर इज 10 ओनली. यानी डिफरेंशिएट क्या करोगे? सर डिफरेंशिएटिंग 10t minus 2 by dt. What is differentiating 10t students? It's simply 10.
10.
Last term तो
10
0, तो what's
radians per
one?
second square.
बस खत्म हो गया, तुम्हारा आंसर हो गया ये. अगर स्टूडेंट्स मैंने इसको क्यूब में दिया होता तो तुम्हारा यहाँ पे और एक टी आ सकता था, तो तुम्हारा टर्म्स भी चेंज होता. 5 is 15t square with 30t, फिर तुम t को सब्स्टिट्यूट करना. लेकिन यहाँ पे मैंने स्क्वायर दिया है. आंसर विल बी 10. Is this clear with everybody?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
the
sir.
students who are inside the meeting, please, all 23 students. I know why is it fluctuating here and there. South आया वापस चला गया. Next time उसको लेता हूँ मैं. I'm not going to let him enter only. Shall I erase this part, students? Can I erase this?
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, actually in this differentiation question, I had got the answer 10, but then I thought how would we use t in that too? So that's why.
Fine. The answer is 10 itself only. That means the body is having an acceleration of 10 radian per second square, and that is throughout its motion. What about the timing? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase it now, students?
Yes, sir.
This part of the answer. Anyone? Who knows this? Sanjana, you know it?
Yes, sir. I think so. I know.
Bolo.
So first of all, I said B and D are in opposite directions and they have same magnitude, so they would cancel out.
Yes.
And then so between A and C, the angle is between 180 to 8 degrees, so we could write it 180 minus 130, that would be 72, and I know the value of cos 72, so I 62.
Okay, fine. Any other way of approach?
Sir, actually, I resolved all of them. Like for A, since it's only along the x-axis, so it would be phi I cap. And then on resolving, we see that they would cancel out each other because since we could resolve this as 5 cos, for B, it would be 5 cos 72 plus sine cos 72. And for C, it would be in the opposite direction for minus 5 cos 72 and along the y-axis will be plus 7 sine 72, and for similarly for D we could do that.
Absolutely correct, students. Students, when you're going for it, तुम ऐसे देखो ना, तुम वेक्टर ए सबका अलग अलग आंसर निकालो ना. वेक्टर ए, वेक्टर बी, वेक्टर सी, वेक्टर डी, and then get the magnitude of it. अगर तुम वेक्टर ए को देखोगे तो वेक्टर ए is what 5 units, but along x-axis, so can I say this is 5 5? Agreed. If I look at vector b, can I resolve this into two components? We consider yes. So what exactly this will be? So this will be b cos 72 I cap, and this is b sine 72 j cap. We consider. I can consider in this case, and b is 5. I get it, and this will be in the direction of a, and this will be in the direction of along y-axis. So try to, and what you said it is b and d are both in the opposite direction. They'll neutralize each other. It doesn't matter. The effective will be 0 in that case. तुम ये कर सकते हो. Why not? यानी तुम्हारा रिजल्ट है इसका 0 आएगा. Now अगर तुम्हें सपोज A और C ले लिया तो बचा क्या? A और C के बीच में. This is 72. If I know this angle, you can get the answer accordingly. How much is this angle will be? 90 minus 72 कितना होगा? How much is this?
18 degrees.
18. And this is how much? वो भी 18 होगा. Agreed? Agreed. This is also 18. What is the angle between these two vectors? If I were to consider C, so how much it will be? This angle is how much?
30.
No, total angle, total angle. I'm speaking about A and C. A and C.
108 degrees.
108 degrees we consider. I get it. And now if I happen to consider looking into that, we can get the answer accordingly. या तुम resolve करो ना, B को resolve करो into two components. ये इसके direction में जा रहा है opposite, इसके direction में opposite. देखो C को resolve करूंगा तो देखना C का resolution यहाँ पे होगा C sin 72 J cap और ये होगा C sin 72 I cap, लेकिन नेगेटिव दोनों का विद्यार्थी देखो the other students ये नेगेटिव में है स्टूडेंट्स और ये पॉजिटिव में है, क्या दोनों का मैग्नीट्यूड सेम है? हाँ सर, देखो cos of 72 this is sin of 72 we consider into I cap we consider, so magnitude B and C is that case. लेकिन सर ये cos होगा, ये cos होगा, ये sin है, तो देखो दोनों का मैग्नीट्यूड सेम है. आर दे इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन? यस, तो ये भी दोनों कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा. So now when you go for it, try to find out B, try to find out C, and try to find out D. अगर वो भी तुम separate कर दो and then add all of them, you'll get your answer accordingly. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So it was a very easy question for one to think it. अभी suppose यही question को मैं change करता हूँ students और ऐसे दे देता हूँ. ध्यान से देखना students. Now suppose if I give you vector A, vector B, okay, vector C, and vector D. All are 5 units. All have a magnitude of 5 units, students. Okay, and they form certain angles you consider. Chalo. Now my question to you students, can you find out the magnitude of A plus B plus C? मैंने अभी angle दिया ही नहीं है, मैंने angle ही नहीं दिया, मैंने सिर्फ क्या दिया? वेक्टर A, वेक्टर B, वेक्टर C, वेक्टर डायग्राम ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, एंगल्स मैंने दिया नहीं है, सबका मैग्नीट्यूड 5 यूनिट्स है. फाइंड आउट द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द रिजल्टेंट. तो अभी इसको कैसे करोगे? तो देखो ध्यान से देखना, यही पैटर्न तुम्हें काम में आएगा. यहाँ पे तुमने इसके रिजॉल्व किया तो वैसे ही करो ना. वेक्टर ए, वेक्टर बी, वेक्टर सी, वेक्टर डी. चलो सबको हम सॉल्व कर दे. वेक्टर ए स्टूडेंट्स मैंने बोला 5 यूनिट. सर ये एक्स एक्सिस पे जा रहा है तो कहना दिस इज 5 आए. Vector B is 5, magnitude is 5 means can I say if I drop a perpendicular over here or drop a perpendicular, that means sir length of the arrow is 5. That means this can be written as 4i plus 3j. Agreed? 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, 25. Or can I say 3i plus 4j? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
दो पॉसिबिलिटीज आ गई. देखो मैंने एंगल्स दिए नहीं है, लेकिन ये सही आ रहा है. इसी देखो सी का मैग्नीट्यूड कितना 5 है, उसको तुम कैसे लिखोगे? तो एक बोलेगा सर सी को आपको लिखना है तो ये दोनों परपेंडिकुलर ड्रॉप हो जाएगा, लेकिन सर इस तरफ का आप देखोगे तो इट कैन बी -4i plus 3j or can I take this as -3i plus 4j? क्या ये क्लियर हुआ?
Yes, sir.
Getting it, students? Are you getting it? Now, if I go for D, then D के लिए क्या होगा? Sir, D का भी magnitude तो 5 ही है. तो can I take this as 4 and 3? Yes, I can now. जैसे ये भी negative axis, ये भी negative axis. then ये क्या होगा? I can take it as -4i cap, -3j cap, or I can take this as -3i cap, -4j cap. Yeah, this part is clear with every student, all the students who are within the lectures.
Yes, sir.
Please, I'm not teaching hardly 2
Yes,
students.
sir.
I'm not
Yes,
teaching.
sir.
I'm not teaching Sohana and Sanjana and Sohani. Is that clear? Or Khyati? There are other students also inside the class. Please do understand very properly. कहाँ पे भी discuss मुझे तो अभी का भी मुझे stop करो. Yes, sir. Can you repeat this part? Now I wanted first. Let us go for summation of all the vectors. So my question can be one or more than one option. लेकिन तुम्हें more than one option तो होते नहीं है. अब देखो solve करो. इसका आंसर क्या होगा? Because मुझे चाहिए A plus B plus C plus D. What is my answer, students? बोले सर ये तो दोनों कैंसिल हो जाएंगे. ये बचा 5i माइनस 4i, तो ये तो i आएगा सर। ये होगा 1 3 कैंसिल हो गया, तो ये बचा 3। एग्रीड स्टूडेंट्स? एग्रीड?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सेकेंड केस में क्या आएगा? a प्लस बी प्लस सी प्लस डी। इसका आंसर क्या आता है? फिर इसमें भी आपको -3 + 3 तो कैंसिल हो जाएगा। व्हाट इज 5i माइनस 3i?
2i cap.
2i.
2i कैप। सर ये प्लस 4j माइनस 4j कैंसिल हो जाएगा, बचेगा क्या?
4j.
नाउ व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू टू फाइंड आउट मैग्नीट्यूड, व्हाट आई टोल्ड यू टू फाइंड आउट, तो क्या होगा? इसका क्या होगा? रूट ऑफ, कैन आई से 1 + 3² is 9? एग्री स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
9 + 1 कितना होगा? व्हाट इज 9 + 1? 10। तो इसका
10.
आंसर क्या होगा? √10। इसका आंसर क्या होगा? 2² is 4, 4² is 16, 16 + 4 20,
20.
2√5। यानी am I getting one option or more than one option?
More than 1.
More than 1.
क्या ये क्लियर हुआ स्टूडेंट्स?
Yes.
Sir, can you re-explain the first diagram?
ये वाला
Yes, sir.
मैंने ए को तो वैसे ही रखा 5i, बी को तुम रिजॉल्व करो इनटू हॉरिजॉन्टल एंड वर्टिकल, तो ये होगा b cos 72 b sin 72। एग्रीड? वैसे सी को तुम रिजॉल्व करो ना, तो ये होगा c cos 72 c sin 72। ये देखो c cos 72 और b cos 72 ये दोनों ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, मैग्नीट्यूड दोनों का सेम है, एंगल cos 72 है, ये प्लस और माइनस है, तो ये तो कैंसिल हो जाएंगे।
Okay. Yes, sir.
अगर तुम d का भी लेते हो तो d के मैग्नीट्यूड निकालो, तो ये होगा cos और ये होगा sin, ये तो सामने वाला किसी एक को कैंसिल कर देगा। Now whatever the resultant which is left, that you add them up, you'll get your answer accordingly. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can I erase, students? Can I erase this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So students, I told you about motion. Motion is change in position we consider. That is motion. Kinematics we consider is defining motion or motion of a body, but without knowing the cause for its motion. I made it very clear with that. That is kinematics. Different types of motion. It can be along one-dimensional, two-dimensional. If I say motion in space, that is three-dimensional motion also can be considered along X, Y, and Z. That's what I consider. Now, suppose if I ask you define motion. So when I speak about definition of motion, so anybody define me how exactly motion is defined as students? क्या बोलोगे तुम? Anybody? How can you define motion, students?
Sir,
What is
if a body changes with time, then it is said to
Change
be in
in
motion.
Absolutely correct. Change in position
With respect to time.
with time and with respect to its immediate surroundings. What is that immediate surroundings I think called as?
Stationary.
Observer. See one thing, motion का मतलब change in position. Change in position किसका? Change in position किसका? Of an object. Change in position with time and with respect to an observer is called as motion. So change in position of a body with respect to time and with respect to its observer we consider. So इसको अगर समझने के लिए, try to understand this, suppose what exactly it means. There are two ways of putting it. Now listen carefully, students. I can say that is, listen carefully, students. I can say the position of an object does not change with time. Suppose if I say this is a body, person is standing at point A, you are somewhere at point B, and you're watching this particular, so you are an observer. Okay, this body is initially at rest. You have a watch at your hand. You set it, the time in the watch is 0 second, but at the same time, the distance covered by the body is 0. Now the time is increasing, students. The time is increasing, 0 seconds, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 8 seconds, but there is no motion in the body. The body still is at rest. I get it. That means
Yes, sir.
if time is changing, but still the body is not in motion, we consider, that means the body simply we can consider is at rest. So it depends on to the observer to define motion of a body. यानी एक हो सकता है कि if the position of the object does not change, position of this particular person is not changing. So what? There is increase in time. Time बढ़ रहा है, हाथ में stopwatch डाला, watch डाला हुआ है, तुम वहां पे खड़े हो, उसको देख रहे हो, अरे 2 मिनट हो गया, अभी तक नहीं गया, 4 मिनट हो गया, वहां से निकला ही नहीं वो, 8 minutes was still, that means the body is still at rest. Then we certainly say the body is at rest. But who defined that the body is at rest?
Observer.
Observer.
यानी कभी भी मोशन को डिफाइन करने के लिए स्टूडेंट्स ऑब्जर्वर जरूरी है. Without observer, you can't define motion, and that observer becomes your immediate surrounding. अभी यहाँ पे observer कैसा है? Is the observer running along with the person? No, the observer is at rest. What kind of frame of reference I'll call this as? What kind of frame of reference I'll call this as? This is called inertial frame of reference. So students, जब भी motion define करना है किसी object का, ध्यान से सुना students, whenever you want to define motion of an object, then an observer is a must, but that observer should be considered in a particular frame of reference. What is the frame of reference for this particular body? So the body, the observer B is inert. I-N-E-R-T, it's inert. The body B is in a state of rest, and that is called as inertial frame of reference. ये एक example हुआ. एक example हुआ. Now what is exactly I'll consider? The body set is defined again. But now if I say second example for the same one, now if I say that this body is now moving, is moving forward. The body is moving forward. Further ahead we consider. That means observer B now looks over here that in 2 seconds the body has covered distance S1. In another 4 we consider X has covered S2. In another 8 the body is covered S3. Now is the observer at rest? Yes, observer is still at rest. But could it define the motion? Yes, he could define the motion. But he defined because the observer was in what frame of reference? Initial frame of reference. So how to define motion of a body? A motion of a body is always defined with respect to time and with respect to an observer. If I give you one more example in this, the other way of putting it, your definition of motion. If the object changes its position with time and with respect to an observer, the object is in motion. But now the answer is no. This object is moving forward. Listen carefully, students. He's moving in the forward direction. Okay. And you are an observer who's watching the motion, and you have a time also. But now suppose if I say, if this body is in motion and the body is in motion with 5 meters per second, you are no more in rest. You are no more at rest. You also now are moving along a road parallel to road A. You are moving along a road B parallel to road A, and your speed is also 5 meters per second, students. So, मुझे ये बताओ, students, can you say that the body is in motion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Are you getting this part of it? Are you getting this part of it? अभी देखो यहाँ पे मैंने बोला कि body at rest. A simple example. तुम कार में हो, students, listen carefully. You are in a car. Your dad is driving it. Your mom is with you, and you are there. There are 3 people, 1, 2, and 3. 1 asks to 2. 1 asks to 2 is 3 in motion. 3 asks 2 is 1 in motion. 2 asks 1 is 3 in motion. All of them are in car, and the entire car is going with 72 kmph. But one is an observer, will say no, 2 is at rest. If 2 is an observer, we'll say 3 is at rest. If 3 is an observer, we'll say 1 as well as 2 at rest. Yani with respect to each other, all of them are at rest. Q reason kya? Because all of you all are also moving with same speed. What is this frame of reference? This frame of reference is also students call inertial, but it is uniform. The observer is moving with uniform speed. यानी स्टूडेंट्स अगर यहाँ पे तुम्हें डिफाइन करना है मोशन को, तो यहाँ पे मोशन क्या होगा? मोशन होगा नहीं. यानी तुम्हारे हिसाब से मोशन क्या होगा? बॉडी इज इनिशियली एट रेस्ट ओनली. मैं भी मूव कर रहा हूँ उसी टाइम पे. व्हाट एग्जैक्टली? द बॉडी इज मूविंग विद द सेम स्पीड. सो कंसीडरिंग बी एज एन ऑब्जर्वर, ए इज एट रेस्ट. अगर ए भी बी को देखता है तो बी इज एट रेस्ट. Likewise, there are two trains going on two parallel tracks, students. Two trains going on two parallel tracks. एक विंडो सीट पे एक बंदा बैठा है, दूसरा विंडो सीट पे दूसरा बैठा है, और दोनों ट्रेन्स एक साथ में दो पैरेलल ट्रैक्स में सेम स्पीड से जा रही है. तो what exactly this person will say? The other person is at rest. What about this person will say? The other person. Yani, if I consider any of them as an observer with respect to each other, both of them are considered to be at rest. But now suppose if you see there's another person C. That person is standing at a bus stop and he saw both of you all in motion. But is C in motion? No, C is at rest. Now C becomes an observer and he will say, yes, I saw A moving. He will say, yes, I saw B moving. So what frame of reference C is in? C is an inertial frame of reference. With respect to C, A and B were in motion. With respect to B, A was at rest. With respect to A, B was at rest. Why? Because both of them were moving with uniform speed. Likewise, if there are three people in a car and the entire car is going with the same speed, 72 kilometers per hour, all the objects inside the car, all the constituent particles which are there inside the car, all of them are going with 72 kilometers per hour. यानी स्टूडेंट्स अगर मैं कार को बोलूं ना, कार जा रही है 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर, तो उसका मतलब कार का वाइपर भी 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर से जा रहा है. कार का टायर, जो एक टायर है वो भी 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर से जा रहा है. कार का अंदर जो एक नट बोल्ट होता है वो भी 72 किलोमीटर पर आ रहा है. You are inside the car, even you also moving at 72 kilometers per hour. That means when I say the entire car is going with 72 kilometers per hour, all the constituent particles inside the car, all of them are going with same speed we consider. So with respect to each other, all of them are at rest. Now this observer, if C is also over here, standing at the bus stop, even he will say that yes. Now he will say what? These people are not at rest. All of them are moving. अगर तुमने इसको पूछा, अरे अंदर एक नट बोल्ट है या वाइपर है, he'll ask what speed with the wiper is moving. When he saw the car moving at 72 kilometers per hour, if you ask this person C, the wiper is also moving with what speed? 72 kilometers per hour. If you ask this person C, ये टायर क्या स्पीड से जा रहा है? तो जो स्पीड से कार जा रहा है तो उसी स्पीड से टायर भी जा रहा है. But still, the observer is in motion. No, the observer is at rest because he's on ground. He's still in an inertial frame of reference. So how is motion defined, students? Motion is defined as, students, change in position of an object with respect to time and with respect to an observer. An observer is a must to define motion of a body. For motion to define, we need an observer. That means we need to select a frame of reference for the observer. And the frame of references can be considered as two. One of them is called inertial frame of reference. This all explanation was for inertial frame of reference. Now I'm going to speak about another frame of reference called accelerated frame of reference, non-inertial frame of reference. क्या इतना part clear है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All the students who are into the lectures, all of them, not few of them.
Yes, sir.
Please, कभी भी define करना है motion को, तो try to understand motion cannot be defined unless and until. A simple example है, take it into your home itself only. Take it into your home itself only. For example, you are in a study room. Your mom, she's in the kitchen. Okay, your dad leaves the office. He leaves for the office. And at that time, your mom, she tells you, बेटा जरा देखो पापा को रिक्शा मिली कि नहीं मिली. तो तुम क्या करोगे? तुम बेडरूम में बैठे बैठे हुए बोल दोगे मामा को, मामा उनको मिल गई रिक्शा? नहीं, तुम क्या करोगे? तुम ये रोड सरफेस है, पापा यहाँ पे बाहर आ चुके हैं, ये बिल्डिंग है, तुम क्या करोगे? you'll try to hold yourself somewhere. यानी तुमने अपने आप को लोकेट कहाँ पे किया है? अगर मैं देखूं तो तुमने अपने आप को लोकेट कर दिया वाई एक्सिस पे। हेलो, बिल्डिंग है ना, तो तुमने वाई एक्सिस पे अपने आप को लोकेट किया। कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या होंगे तुम्हारे? 0, पापा जा रहे हैं आगे की तरफ, तो उनका कोई पर्टिकुलर अभी वहां पे खड़ा है, फुटपाथ पे खड़ा है, ही इज वेटिंग फॉर द ऑटो रिक्शा, तो उनके कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या होंगे? उनके कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या होंगे? 6,0 हो जाएगा। और अगर उनको रिक्शा मिल गई, तो तुम बोलोगे मामा को, हाँ मामा, पापा को रिक्शा मिल गई, मैंने देख लिया है। अभी सपोज पापा रैंडमली चले गए कहीं, तो ही इज गोइंग इन एक्स वाई प्लेन। तो एक्स वाई प्लेन में अगर पापा चले गए तो उनके कोऑर्डिनेट्स क्या होंगे? एक्स आई कॉमा वाई है। समझ में आ रहा है कंसेप्ट?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
आई गेट इट? तो यहाँ पे तुमने अपने आप को कहाँ पे फिक्स कर दिया? यू हैव फिक्स्ड योरसेल्फ टू वर्टिकल एक्सिस। इज द बॉडी मूविंग along the horizontal axis? Yes. अभी इसी कंसेप्ट को रिवर्स करते हैं, यू along with your parents try to enter into a shopping mall. तुम शॉपिंग मॉल में कहाँ पे चले गए? शॉपिंग मॉल में जैसे अंदर किए, यू माइट बी बिजी लुकिंग हियर एंड देयर, एंड समवेयर और द अदर यू ट्राई टू वॉच अ पर्टिकुलर शॉप जो ट्रांसपेरेंट था, एंड थ्रू एंड थ्रू यू कैन सी, एंड यू सॉ ब्यूटीफुल ऑब्जेक्ट्स इनसाइड। तो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू जस्ट ट्राई टू एडमायर दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट ऑफ इट, और उस टाइम पे तुम वही रुके हुए, एंड पेरेंट्स आगे चले गए, एंड देयर इज अ कैप्सूल लेफ्ट. You were still down itself only, but your parents moved ahead. They entered into the lift without taking you, and because they were chatting, and when you saw them moving in a capsule lift. So now what exactly? You are standing on the x-axis and you are at rest, and you saw your parents moving in the capsule lift along which axis? Y-axis. So were they in motion? Yes, they were in motion. You were at rest in that case. So what exactly we consider? This is what we consider is your reference frame. The reference frame you have to consider. अगर किसी ने पूछा inertial frame of reference का मतलब क्या, तो तुम्हें बोलना है I am at rest. I get again, that's an inertial frame of reference. A body can define motion when the body is going with a constant speed. अगर suppose ध्यान से सुनना, अगर कोई A जा रहा है with a particular speed और दूसरा observer B, उसका भी speed इससे same होगा, तो please he cannot define. इसके हिसाब से the body rest पे ही है. And that is also we consider inertia. Now suppose randomly if I say this person is moving. Now suppose this person is moving in the forward direction. This person is moving in the forward direction, and there is no observer to define motion. There is no observer to define motion. That means there is no frame of reference to define motion. But still the body is in motion. तो उस टाइम पे स्टूडेंट्स इसका मोशन तुम डिफाइन किसके हिसाब से करोगे? इसका मोशन तुम किसके हिसाब से डिफाइन करोगे? You will define motion of this particular person with respect to earth. अर्थ को हम ऑब्जर्वर समझेंगे, लेकिन अर्थ तो मोशन में है नहीं, तो अर्थ को हम क्या कंसिडर करेंगे? रेस्ट. So students, do keep in mind that whenever you solve a particular problem, listen carefully students, whenever you solve a particular problem, and that problem, if they don't specify any observer in any of the frame of reference, then please consider earth as the reference frame. And the earth is always at rest. Yani now suppose if I say that a ship is sailing into water and nobody's there to watch it, then if I ask you students, can you tell me what exactly the velocity of the ship? The velocity of the ship is always considered with respect to earth. Earth का speed क्या है? 0. So with respect to earth, the ship is certainly in motion to consider. So whenever no frame of reference is given to you, you will always consider what? Earth as a frame of reference. But earth is always at rest. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can I erase this part, students?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when I said about frame of reference, students, what is the best frame of reference to define motion? So whenever they ask you, the best frame of reference we consider is, okay, the position of observer is always considered at origin, that is 0, 0, 0, in order to define motion of object. Okay, and this is with respect to time also. So with respect to observer and with respect to time also. But what is the best position? 0, 0, 0. Now suppose if I happen to consider the concept of your, I said it about if no observer is specified. So do keep in mind, if no observer to define motion, then we consider Earth as the reference frame and Earth is at rest. Please, Earth is at rest. Now, इसका मतलब क्या होगा? ये concept आता है तुम्हारा सीधा जाता है concept of relative. In relation, because we are saying with respect to, that means relative to. Now, the answer suna, students. Please pay attention. Suppose if I say a boat is sailing. Listen carefully. A boat is sailing in still water with a speed of 5 kilometers per hour. Okay, a boat is sailing in still water with speed of 5 kilometers per hour. But now suppose if I consider 3 ways of representing it: way 1, way 2, way 3. In the first way, this is the boat. Agreed. And you have a person standing over here, observer A. Okay. Second, again boat B, the observer is cycling. Okay, and this observer B is cycling. Okay, with say, अगर ये 5 kilometers per hour है, तो ये भी 5 kilometers per hour है, ये 5 kilometers per hour है, और ये 0 kilometers per hour है. The answer is, students. Third case. The boat is sailing with 5 kilometers per hour and no observer. This is the Earth's surface. There's no observer on the Earth's surface. Is that clear? Fourth case. The boat is sailing with 5 kilometers per hour, and there is a road surface where you are cycling along with the boat, we consider, but your speed is 8 kilometers per hour. You were behind. You were at this point 1, and the boat was at point 2. And you're moving both in the same direction. How can I say I'm having different ways of approach to define motion of the boat? क्या ये diagram समझ में आ रहा है students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
तो
sir.
अलग अलग तरीके से ऑब्जर्वर को देखोगे तो बोट तो सेल हो रही है स्टिल वाटर में 5 किलोमीटर पर आवर, यहाँ पे ऑब्जर्वर रेस्ट है. तो अगर मैं बोलूँ रिलेटिव स्पीड की हिसाब से अगर मैं देखूँ तो कहना ऐसे वेलोसिटी ऑफ बोट, ध्यान से सुनना, वेलोसिटी ऑफ बोट बी विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू ऑब्जर्वर ए, यानी इसको मैं लिखूंगा वी बी ए, ये होगा मेरा रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी, यानी A is a body who's defining it. तो जब भी मैं VBA लिखूंगा तो क्या होगा? ये होगा VB minus VA, यानी velocity of boat minus velocity of the observer. वेलोसिटी ऑफ बोट कितना है सर? ये तो आगे की तरफ जा रहा है, ये तो पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस की तरफ जा रहा है। ये क्या है? इसका तो 0 किलोमीटर पर आ रहा है, ये तो रेस्ट पे है। तो ये क्या होगा सर? ये होगा 5 minus 0, so what's my answer? 5 kilometers per hour. So now if somebody asks you what's the velocity of the boat with respect to A, what's my answer?
5 kilometers.
5 kilometers per
क्या ये समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स? ये मैं बता रहा हूँ बिकॉज
Yes.
whenever you यानी देखो, आई एम ट्राइंग टू गो फॉर द डेफिनेशन ऑफ ऑब्जर्वर इटसेल्फ, रेफरेंस के हिसाब से मोशन का ही, मोशन ऑफ अ बॉडी इज डिफाइंड विद रिस्पेक्ट टू इट्स इमीडिएट सराउंडिंग विद रिस्पेक्ट टू एन ऑब्जर्वर। अभी ऑब्जर्वर यहाँ पे रेस्ट है, तो whenever you go for any of the object in relation to, in relative to, then simply you have to go for difference. अभी यहाँ पे देखो, boat moves with 5 kilometers per hour, you also cycling with 5 kilometers per hour. I getting it? So now if both of them, both of you all are moving in the same direction, ध्यान से सुनना, both of them are moving in the same direction, तो क्या बोलोगे? You are an observer, students, B is an observer, B is an observer. So what exactly will say? Sir, you will say we have to define velocity of boat with respect to, students, WRT का मतलब क्या है? With respect to, with respect to B, no sorry, with respect to observer, and the observer is A. Observer is A. What is velocity of B with respect to velocity of A? We consider VBA. What is VBA? VB minus VA.
Minus VA.
What is VB? 5. What is VA? 5.
5,
Answer.
0.
0.
तभी जाके तो A को लगेगा ना B रेस्ट पे।
Yes, sir.
यानी वो पहला सिर्फ थियोरेटिकली मैंने बोल दिया, अभी मैं मैथमेटिकली प्रूव कर रहा हूँ। कुछ समझ में आ रहा है स्टूडेंट्स? व्हेन आई सेड इट दैट यू अलोंग विद योर पेरेंट्स आर गोइंग इन अ कार, okay, your dad is driving, your mom is sitting ahead, you are sitting behind, okay, your mom asks you, beta are we in motion? Your dad asks you, beta are we in motion? Then you say, no mama, we are not in motion. But with respect to you, your dad is at rest. With respect to you, mom is at rest. With respect to your mom and dad, you are also at rest. But if you see your friend standing outside on a bus stop, you are moving towards north, you will say, mama, I saw that particular girl moving towards south, because you are in motion, so you defined her motion the opposite direction. So that is how we define motion, students. तो ये देखो, velocity of B with respect to दोनों का स्पीड से में तो 0 आ गया। Agreed? Now look over here. Look over here. Is there any observer? No, there is no observer.
No, sir.
No observer. What do I consider? Reference frame as Earth. Is Earth in motion or Earth is at rest? Earth is
Is
always.
at rest.
So now can I say velocity of B with respect to Earth? तो क्या होगा? Velocity of B minus velocity of Earth. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Velocity of B कितना है? 5. Velocity of Earth is 0. What's my answer?
5 kilometers.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Let us go to this example back. फिर मैं यहाँ पे जाता हूँ, ये एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं वापस। अभी ध्यान से उसका ना, अभी थोड़ा सा मैं चेंज कर देता हूँ। ये है, इसी में ये है केस 1। I don't know how many students are thinking about this, how many students are listening to me, and see the strength. 22. This is the problem with the studies part of it. None of the parents are bothered about it. None of the parents are bothered about it. And then when you are not able to score in physics, literally they start putting, yeah, mama, we are not able to understand. I'm not able to get it. This is what it is. Let me take the photos for present. Next time I will not allow them at all. Parthu, you are present now? तेरा नाम चला गया।
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Okay. I'm not going to let anybody enter inside also. Okay. So students, now let us understand this. Listen carefully. Now the boat is moving in this direction. Think now, this direction. Now you are cycling, but now you are cycling in the direction opposite. Listen carefully. बोट इस तरफ जा रहा है, तुम इस तरफ जा रहे हो, यानी बोट जा रहा है पॉजिटिव एक्सिस की तरफ, तुम जा रहे हो नेगेटिव एक्सिस की तरफ। तुमने बोट को देखा, हेलो, आमने सामने जा रहे हो, तुमने डिफेंड किया, अरे मैंने बोट को देखा मूव करते हुए, लेकिन तुम ये तो मोशन में थे, यानी तुम क्या, यू आर इन मोशन, यानी यू आर बी वी कंसीडर, and you are going in the negative direction. Now, if I say you are an observer student, now if I say students, what is the velocity of, sorry, you are an observer. This observer is A students. What is the velocity of boat with respect to observer A? So क्या बोलोगे?
Velocity B.
Minus velocity of A. Agreed? Everybody, can I say
Yes,
everybody
sir.
substitution?
Yes, sir.
तो VB minus V है. अभी ध्यान से देखना स्टूडेंट्स. इसको अगर मैं सॉल्व करूं तो ये क्या होगा? VB कितना है सर? ये तो पॉजिटिव एक्स एक्सिस की तरफ जा रहा है, तो इसको तो मैं +5 लिखूंगा.
+5.
Minus of what is the velocity of A?
-5.
-5.
I getting it? It's 5 kilometers per hour. So -5. What's my answer?
10 kilometers.
Plus
10
10
kilometers.
kilometers.
Agreed. यानी कुछ समझ रहे हो स्टूडेंट्स? कुछ समझ रहे हो? जब भी दो ऑब्जेक्ट्स आमने सामने आते हैं और ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में जाते हैं, you will feel that the other object is going so fast. अरे think in this manner. Try to observe this. अभी next time जब भी तुम नीचे उतरो and try to look, अगर तुम ऑटो रिक्शा से ट्रैवल कर रहे हो या कार से ट्रैवल करते हो या बाई ट्रेन से ट्रैवल करते हो, तो just try to see the road. Road is at rest. When your auto rickshaw is going with 40 kilometers per hour, what is the road is going with -40 kilometers per hour? समझ में आ रहा है? लेकिन उसी टाइम पे तुम्हारा 40 किलोमीटर पर आवर की तरफ सामने जा रहा है, सामने कोई गाड़ी 60 किलोमीटर पर आवर ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में होगा, यू विल क्रॉस ईच अदर सो फास्ट that the relative velocity will be 100. 40 minus of -60.
Yes.
What's my answer? +100.
100.
Yani at times when the object is in motion, you'll find so fast. Think as if you're traveling into a train and you're traveling into some outstation trains. दो ट्रेन्स आमने सामने जाते हैं, तुम उनके कंपार्टमेंट को देखो कितने फास्ट चले जाते हैं वो. उसका मतलब we are trying to add. This is what it calls as relative velocity of one with respect to another. Why am I going with this? I'm going with this because everywhere the frame of reference is changing. That means over here the observer is in a frame of reference, but it's in an initial frame of reference. Over here also observer is in motion. It's in uniform motion, but it's in a frame of reference. We consider. Okay, of uniform motion we consider. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Accelerated frame of reference we consider. Opposite direction we consider. We defined it यहाँ पे. ये क्या है? सर ये तो अर्थ है, ऑब्जर्वर है ही नहीं. अब यहाँ पे देखो, बोट आगे जा रहा था, तुम पीछे जा रहे थे. I getting it? तुम पीछे आ रहे हो और बोट आगे की तरफ जा रहा है. तो now if I say what is the velocity of boat with respect to observer A, तो क्या बोलोगे? क्या बोलोगे? VBA. ध्यान से सुनना. तो क्या आंसर होगा? VB minus VA. Is this clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
How
sir.
much is VB? How much is VB?
5
How much is VA?
-8.
What is my answer?
-3.
-3.
What is this negative sign is shown? What does the negative sign shows? Observer कहाँ पे है? Is the observer inside the boat or observer is on cycle?
Cycle.
Is the observer ahead of the boat or behind the boat?
Behind the boat.
Behind
So
the
what exactly this -3 says? -3, that means the observer on the cyclist will say that I am lagging behind the boat by 3. The time when I increase it, I'll move further ahead. So what? See, it's difference is 8. Difference is 8 we consider. Are you getting it? अगर suppose मैंने इसको आगे रख दिया होता, तो क्या होता? 5 minus 8. That is also my answer will be velocity of weight, and this will be velocity of this we consider. तभी भी आंसर मेरा -3. यानी B will say that I'm lagging behind it. अभी ये क्या बोल रहा है? ये -3 क्या बोल रहा है? Observer A lags behind B. Negative sign क्या बताता है? Observer A lags behind B. So what if its velocity is 8 kilometers per hour? Are you getting this, students?
Yes, sir.
But as time passes by, जैसे velocity होगा, what happens now? The person is going to overtake. another person is going to overtake in that case. So अगर मैं observer के हिसाब से देखूं, and if I take an observer somewhere, I can get my answer positive, I can get my answer depending on to the observer. Where is the observer? At present, we are considering cyclist as the observer. So students, position of an observer, the best position is always to consider the origin, coordinate 0, 0, 0. If no observer, then we consider Earth as a reference frame. We consider whenever we define motion of a body, we consider we need to go for an observer, and the motion is always considered in relation to, in relative to. So whenever we
sir,
say yes,
so sir, here we are taking instantaneous velocity.
of course we are doing for instantaneous velocity at a particular instant we consider at that time, because the bodies are in motion both the cases. यहाँ पे तो rest पे है. So that instant we are considered it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
whenever
sir.
you speak about relative, that means we go for relative means what? Comparing motion of a body with respect to some other. What is that some other we call as an observer? And that observer can be in a state of rest or it can be in a state of motion. So that's how we can consider. Now see, if both of them are in the same direction and same velocity, तो 0 हो जाएगा. लेकिन अगर opposite direction में चला गया with same, तो A will say, answer so, A will say that B has moved towards positive side with 10 kilometers per hour. Answer 10 आ रहा है. B को बोट वाले को पूछोगे कि भाई A कहाँ पे गया, तो बोट बोलेगा कि A गया है नेगेटिव एक्स एक्सिस की तरफ with 10 kilometers per hour. वैसे ही यहाँ पे साइक्लिस्ट को पूछोगे कि तुम लीड कर रहे हो कि तुम लैग कर रहे हो, तो साइक्लिस्ट बोल रहा है मैं लैग कर रहा हूँ बोट से बाय हाउ मच, भले उसका स्पीड 8 है but I'm lagging behind by 3 kilometers per hour in that case. And if in case if I happen to go, now suppose if I say this is moving ahead, and now if I say what is the velocity of A with respect to B, so B is an observer, we consider A minus B. I getting it? So this person is going ahead. Boat will say that A has gone ahead of me by 3 kilometers per hour. So it depends who is the observer and who is the object. Is this clear to all of you students?
Yes, sir.
So
Right.
if your observer was ahead of the boat, then also the same situation would be there.
If the observer, now see, when I take observer, suppose if I say observer is ahead, okay? You want to say velocity, the answer is now velocity of boat with respect to तो भी तुम्हारा BB minus B आया था. Different
Yes,
क्या था?
sir.
तो ये 5 minus 8 का आंसर क्या था? -3. तो अभी क्या करेगा? अभी A को पूछोगे भाई बोट कहाँ है, तो A बोलेगा कि B लैग कर रहा है मेरे. B is lagging, we consider. Am I getting it?
Okay. Okay. Yes.
B lags in that case. यहाँ पे ये पीछे है, but actually speaking इसको आगे ही करना, because this is 8, this is ahead of it. अगर suppose मैंने change कर दिया, आंसर सुनना, मैंने दिया VAB, चलो, I'm changing it. Okay, now if I say that observer is inside the boat, and that observer wants to define motion of A, और मैंने देखा है velocity of A with respect to B, आंसर सुनना, तो क्या लिखोगे तुम? VA minus VB. Are they both in the same direction? Yes. VA कितना है? 8. VB कितना है? 5. What's my answer? Plus. What does this mean? Observer in the boat B will say that the cyclist is leading ahead of me by 3. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
यानी
Yes,
दोनों केस में you don't remember this. दोनों केस में तुम यही ध्यान में रखो कि अगर इसका 8 है और इसका 5 है, और अगर तुमने इसको ऑब्जर्वर लिया है, तो ये बोलेगा कि B पीछे है. B is lagging behind B by 3 kilometers per hour. लेकिन अगर मैंने बोट को ऑब्जर्वर ले लिया है और A का मोशन डिफाइन कर दो, तो बोट वाला बोलेगा साइक्लिस्ट इज अहेड ऑफ मी, प्लस साइन आया. The cyclist is ahead of me by how much? 3 kilometers per hour. Now it's clear with everyone. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Depending on the observer. लेकिन दोनों अगर आमने सामने हो गए तो क्या हो जाएगा? See my two fingers are going so fast. लेकिन दोनों साथ में जा रहे हैं, 0. एक का स्पीड ज्यादा और एक का स्पीड कम है. Then too also I can define motion. Then too also I can define, but when they are opposite direction, see so fast they are crossing each other. That will be added. यानी opposite direction में हमेशा add करना है, ये ध्यान में रखना. Same direction में होगा vectors, then relative के लिए you have to go for subtraction because you're going for relative, one with respect to one another. So frame of reference, students, are considered to be two frame of reference. One of them is inertial frame of reference, other one is non-inertial frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference is a frame of reference where the observer is at rest or considered with a uniform motion. Non-inertial frame of reference, that means the body observer itself is in motion. Accelerated frame of reference we can consider. So whenever in an accelerated frame of reference, when you define, then your relative velocities can play a role over there. That's why we went for this part of it. And the best position to define motion will be always origin, 0, 0, 0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase this, students?
1 minute. Done, sir.
Students, can you give me distinguish between distance and displacement? Anybody?
So displacement is both magnitude and direction. It's a vector quantity.
The
Say it one-
distance,
say it one
Distance
time.
is the
distance is
One
the
after one.
total, distance is the total path traveled by an object, and it is scalar, and displacement is the shortest path traveled by an object, and it is a vector quantity.
That is from its initial position to its final position. Absolutely correct. Can distance be equal to displacement?
Sir, when they are moving in the straight line.
Absolutely correct. When we consider in the same, that means when exactly, agar kisi ne pucha, when is the magnitude of distance is equal to the magnitude of displacement? When we consider both of them, when you consider where the body is moving along a straight line, the magnitude of distance and displacement will be same. Now, the next one, is distance always greater than displacement or equal to
it
displacement?
can be
Greater
greater
Can
or
be
equal
equal
to
or
displacement.
Okay, when exactly it is equal?
in straight line.
Straight line.
Straight line.
And parallel or straight line.
Yes, always, but always it is greater, considering unless and until it's not in the straight line, it will be always greater.
Yes, sir.
Agreed?
Sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
then can distance be equal to 0?
Never. Sir.
No.
No, not at all. Am I getting it? Distance, but can displacement be equal to 0?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What all points which I said it for distance and displacement, students, can it apply for speed and velocity also?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
में रखना, ये ध्यान में रखना. यानी अगर मैंने बोला when exactly magnitude of velocity is equal to the magnitude of distance is equal to displacement when the body is moving on a straight path. Exactly same way when exactly the magnitude of velocity and magnitude of speed is the same when the body is moving along a straight path.
Straight line.
Velocity can be positive, can be negative, can be 0, but speed is always positive.
Positive.
You're getting it? Cannot be equal to 0
Yeah.
unless the body is at rest. So
Yes,
students, these are things you have to keep in mind while working out with displacement, distance, speed, and velocity. Next lecture will be continuing further. Okay, students? But kindly go
Okay,
through
sir.
the 9th standard motion in straight lines. You consider, try to go through it, try to go through the pages also. If possible, try to solve few unsolved problems also. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, sir.
Bye,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.